Folks, it's great to have Richard Tyson once again here with me. 2 years ago. Richard,
2 years ago,
paths.
that's amazing. I mean, we only live like 7.5 hours away.
Well, it's good to have you here on my show, Johnny D Talks to the Stars. Well, what you been up to?
You know, doing movies, you know, and trying to develop my own. That's the thing I want to do. I want to get it done in Mobile, you know, so. We've got a few rich boys down there. I think they want to be movie producers just because of the way it sounds. You know. Have
you crossed paths with these folks and getting maybe some ideas?
I knew a couple of them from school, you know, and yeah, there's one guy's written like 10 books, you know, and we can certainly get a movie out of that. You know,
I guess out of 10, one of the 10 books at least.
That's right, or an idea from there. You know? So it's really a fun time, you know. I'm back here in Alabama.
Well, actually, Tupelo, Mississippi. Great to have you.
Yeah, that's right, Tupelo. Well, yeah, that's the same nature.
Oh, yeah, same Mississippi or Alabama. It's basically the same part of the world here. And again, good to have you here. Now, you've been doing some movies since the last time we talked to you. I think one of the movies was Finding Nicole, and you play a judge in the movie.
Yeah, I'm like, they put a thing on me, you know, and I had this thing around my neck, and I'm like, you know, I don't know. I'm on the other side of the judge. You know, I'm the one scissored.
But here you got to play a judge, and it's a movie about giving folks awareness on domestic violence. Right?
That's right. And the more I sat by that little hammer,
the gavel,
the more I did that, the better I liked it.
I think we got the attention of folks.
Yeah, we should have this. We should have that at home. I think all men should have those.
Well, now, and now there's also a movie called Blooming Sister that you got to do a big speech. It's a lot of, I guess, folks from China in the movie. I mean, and you were one of the few Americans that got to be in that movie.
Yes, so I seemed like I was nice to them. No, I'm kidding. I was, you know, someone else stepped out of line. I didn't. I was a perfect gentleman, I thought.
And you got to do a big speech right there, right?
Yeah, I did. You know, they handed it to me right before they put the mic on, and I'm like, oh, well, what is it, you know? I read it, I did it, they loved it. We did it one more time, you know, and so I worked with the whole world. I mean, since I've seen you, you know.
Well, I mean, you know, you say your dad was a politician, so that gave you a chance to be like being like a politician and doing a speech like that.
I always thought I was going to be in the Senate, and you know, and my dad, he was almost lieutenant governor.
Oh wow, of Alabama, or okay, cool.
Yeah, he was a great man, and I saw the greatness in him, and I knew that one day I wanted to touch the people, and he said to me before he passed, you touched a lot of people.
Well, with the acting and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that's,
you stay with it.
Sure, that's great that he gave you that advice. I mean, but do you still, maybe, is there a part of you that still wants to be a politician?
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to do?
We can't start with governor, can we? You know?
That would be a fast trek, I guess.
Well, that's how they do it in Russia.
Well, how about, I mean, like state senate or maybe you know, something like that, or?
Yeah, he goes, if you're doing something lower than, you know, the House of Representatives, you're gluing up the the actual repairs of the latest storm.
Oh yeah, well, there are a lot of storms that you need to repair, I guess. You'd be a big storm repairer, I guess.
Yeah, they wouldn't call it that if it wasn't that, yeah.
Well, I mean, going back to acting, I mean, so your dad said he preferred that you stayed with acting, and you've touched a lot of lives, which I know from the 1980s through the 1990s, now into the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s, many roles. Out of all your roles, which role stands out to you that maybe you said, wow, this is so cool, I've got the best role I've ever had in my life?
Well, the first one. I was living in my truck.
Okay.
And it was a '73 truck, and I had it it was a '73 truck, and I go up to the studio, and there's a line, and you got to check in, and then you get it, and then you put it, and they tell you where to go with it, and I get up there. I gave him my identification, and he's like, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing a movie with Steven Spielberg. They go, yeah, right. They were a line of trucks, and I'm like, no, I really am, my agent called me and says, I'm up for that, so I'm going to do it. And they're like, no, you're not. What are you putting in something? Where are you going? I was like, no, I'm telling you, just make the phone call, call me, let me in, I'm on the list, and they called, I went in, and I got the role.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's cool. And I think you're talking about 3 O'Clock High.
3 O'Clock High, that's the name of the movie. And the thing about it was I had to hide out. I could go back to Malibu, after auditioning, but why don't you stay in Universal tonight in your truck?
Oh, cool.
With your couch, just put it level, and I could cook steaks in the back and all that.
I mean, did Spielberg drop by with any kind of food for you?
No,
You would think it's a Spielberg production.
Yeah.
He would show up, hey, here's a couple of sandwiches at least. I mean, you're part of the movie.
Can you warm them up or something?
Warm them up at least, but well, that's cool. So basically it started off basically with the Spielberg.
Absolutely. I had 15 callbacks. 15.
Yeah, well, obviously being in a Spielberg movie, that leads you to a lot of other opportunities out there.
Yes, it does. But just to get on this dang thing, and get in the movie, it took a lot of people, a lot of steps that I needed them to make,
And did he not? If I remember right, we talked. He stepped away from that film for a while, or
yes, he did. He
did
stepped.
that surprise everybody? Did everybody go, "Oh, what? It's Steve in here?"
Well, he saw me. He knew he had that covered. No. I'm kidding. I'm really kidding. I swear it's just a joke. I don't believe it like that.
We understand.
Okay.
So what was it like on the set then? I guess a new director had to take over, I guess.
Yeah, well, I thought Spielberg I thought he was going to direct the thing, and he had a young man that he wanted for his first movie, and I wish I could remember his name, but nice guy, and he knew how to direct.
Cool, so. Cool. Again, a lot of your roles, Something About Mary. You played the police officer in there.
Something About Mary. Why do I go blank on that?
A bashing of Ben Stiller would bring back memories, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I remember with bashing.
Everybody wanted one.
Wait a minute, a bashing of Ben Stiller? Or?
Yeah, something to do it with, yeah.
Okay, and then that was one of your major roles, Something About Mary, and obviously we've talked about Kindergarten Cop. Anything still in big memories of Kindergarten Cop?
Arnold, he was just a great guy, I saw him years later, and I'm standing in Venice Beach, and I hear someone go, Tyson! Tyson! I'm like, that's Arnold. It's got to be Arnold, So I'm not turning around, Tyson! Third time, I turned around, I said, who are you? He goes, I said, you've never said that before, have you? Like, you introduced me? He goes, yeah, Tyson, all right, good. We had a good time, and
hey, John,
moved on.
About Staff Sergeant Bush and Black Hawk.
Yeah, Black Hawk Down. How about Black Hawk Down?
I was so psyched to be in that movie. It seems like I'm psyched to do any movie, First of all, they took me off to third base. I was playing third base in Santa Monica, and they put me on a jet and fly me to Africa.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, you know, everybody showed up and they filled up the whole place, and I'm sitting there and I look down and I've got orange dirt, you know, where I was playing. It's like, come on, dude, get a bath or something, you know.
I guess that got some folks' attention, I guess. You know, so what's he doing on a plane like that?
Yeah, where are you going, son?
Then you say, I'm going to go film Black Hawk Down. You got an Alabama fan, so what do you think about Alabama this year?
We got cheated on.
Cheated on. Were you want Saban back?
Saban, yes. Hell, yes.
Would he be back? No. So
Do
if
you
Nick,
want Saban back?
Well, I mean, if Nick's listening right now, he can tell him that we.
Nick, be a friend. Be a friend. We love you, but you know, bring him back in.
I think, yeah, you guys, yeah. Well, it was a rough kind of for Alabama standards, it was a rough year.
Oh yeah, you know, when it got to closing time in most of the extra games they played, Bama lost every call, man.
Well, how about the loss to Vanderbilt? Not to
Boy,
bring up bad stuff.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
I had to bring it up. I mean, I know it's not a sports
No, you
program.
didn't.
No, I'm not being too
What is it on that?
Look, let me just tell you something.
Is that your script?
I'm just well.
Let me see that.
I just want to know.
Hey, let me see.
No, it's not on the script.
Yeah.
No. Okay, let me just tell you. I'm a Kansas fan, so I can tell you. I can talk about when. I mean, you think we would look up to Alabama. I mean, come on. Kansas fans, I mean, only good in basketball, but when it's football, it's wishy-washy. So don't worry. I had to bring up the Vanderbilt thing.
That's fine. That's all right. We'll win next year. Apparently, that's how it works. Good God.
And so again, I mean, what do you foresee for Alabama's future next year? Do you think it's going to be a rough season again next year, or I mean, comparatively,
Who knows?
Many teams out there would change places with Alabama to be rough. Oh, you end up only just a few wins shy of being national champions. My gosh, I mean, there's many teams that would be proud to be where Alabama's at.
If we keep our quarterback, you know, everyone says that, you know, with the way the fallout began and ended.
I'm a Kansas fan. You can tell me anything about the Jayhawks.
We got to walk to the car.
You'll be walking. I'll be running out of here. I think that was the best form of self-defense, running away.
Yeah.
Where does your future hold? I mean, you got a lot of. I know you said that you were hoping to have get some movie making in Mobile, Alabama.
Yeah, that's what I want to do, and you know, I'm putting it together. I don't have a name for it, you know, so. I would love to get some pictures still in Lower California.
Sure. I mean, that would be great. I mean,
and I've got some things boiling. So
there you go. And I was just wondering now, are there I know you crossed paths with Schwarzenegger. I mean, and a lot of other folks like John Ashton, who just passed away earlier this year.
Yeah.
Earlier last year. That is. We're now in 2025. Were there any stars that just you said, wow? I'm in a movie, or I'm just meeting this person. Were there any stars that just stood out in your career that you just said, holy cow, this is the greatest to be here with these folks?
Yeah, I went over, Arnold was sitting outside of his trailer. He had this brand new bike.
Okay.
You know, and I was talking to him, and I'm like, hey, you're not even using this. What are you doing, man? He goes, oh, Tyson, you want that? I said, no, I can put it over by my trailer, but yeah, I want it.
Did he give it to you?
Yeah.
Oh, holy cow. Yeah, that's very cool. I mean, it's not every day that you get Arnold Schwarzenegger to give you a bike.
Yeah, I wish I still had one.
So again, I mean, beyond Arnold, I mean, are there any other folks that you were just like? I know you crossed paths with like Bruce Willis and other folks. I mean, any other folks that just impressed you? You said, "Wow."
Those actors out there, if they happen to be listening, Bruce Willis said, if you ever get contact, stay on him until the director tells you, what the hell are you doing, you know, but no, but stay on him. Stay on him. Don't blink, don't do anything. Just, you're the best listener out there.
That is, I mean, and so advice to all the actors out there that want to, actors and actresses that want to be where you've been through all these years. What is your best advice to the folks?
First of all, I think I've done 500 movies, something like that.
You've done a lot. I mean, you've done a lot of movies. Now, that kept you. I mean, you've been in Hollywood all these years, but there are a lot of folks out there that would like to get to Hollywood. Or should they just pack up today and say go to Hollywood, or should they try local theater? I mean, and just build their way up to the top in local areas, or what? What's this modern day? I mean, there's places.
Modern day, you got a camera. You have stories, and it's spreading out because of that.
Sure, and then there's, I mean, so folks don't really need to go to Hollywood. They can stay in like Georgia or Mississippi, Alabama. I mean, you got Atlanta, even some places here in Tupelo, they're making movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, they are. They'll tell them to call you, and then you call me.
Okay, get connections. Well, it's certainly been a pleasure.
Well, thanks a lot. Thanks.
It's good to see you again, and it's good that everything's going well with you.
We'll have to keep it up every year.
Yeah, every year we got you return to the show here.
Well, maybe we'll be doing a big movie, and I do several of them.
That would be. I mean, and we can maybe just cross paths at one of these movies that you're doing, and maybe do an interview with you with one of these movies.
Great,
okay?
brother.
Well, great to see you again.
Thank
Good luck
you.
with everything.
Thanks
okay?
a lot.